Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow spokespersons and guests. I may have to get a little loud to drown out that party, but I don't have any problem doing that. They may come over here and say, "Hey, quiet over there!" I could do it, but sometimes I try to let my Christian, principles take hold. So I may get loud. Like my friend Troy, when I look out, to be serious here for a moment, when I look out at America and I see what's going on, I get angry too. I get angry when I look at our government and what it's doing, the politicking, the partisanship, the encouraging of the problem that we're now going through, or overlooking the problem that we're going through, the financial crisis that we're going through in this country. I get angry when I look at the fact that seems to me, they're looking to get reelected. When I look at the greed that we see on Wall Street, and they want the government to come bail them out, and actually the government help encourage them to make the decisions that they make. And sometimes I wonder, is God taking his protective hand off this country? Sometimes I wonder, is the strength of America, is it over? Are we headed the way of Rome? Is the empire going to crumble? And I wonder, and sometimes I get depressed, and I do get angry. But if I give up hope, and I think that we're around the corner and America's greatness and its strength is gone, I would be wrong. Because the strength of America does not lie in the halls of Congress. It doesn't lie in the White House, and it doesn't lie in the boardrooms of the greatest corporations in America. It doesn't lie there. I believe, and I hope you do too, the greatness of America, as our founding fathers recognized, is in the decency of the people, everyday people who care about their community, who live a simple principle of love your neighbor as yourself. I came across some information to support my thesis that the real strength of America is the volunteerism. It's the people who take the time to serve in their community. It's the Bonnie Mays of our world that go around and care about people, who serve, who take the time to spread a little salt and a little light. There is a report that came out just a couple of months ago. It's the most extensive report that our nation's ever put together on volunteerism in America. What is volunteerism? Give you a definition. It's just people who freely give of their time on behalf of an organization to serve people in need. There's an entity called the Corporation for National and Community Service. It's a government-sponsored entity and funded. It just took borrowed all the data from the United States Census Bureau recently. A 5-year study. They took 100,000 people with extensive surveys on the issue of volunteering in America. And here's some of the things that they found. They said, the most comprehensive research on U.S. volunteering ever assembled shows volunteering in America is strong and poised for growth. There are 61 million people who give significant time volunteering. 61 million people. They give a total, on the average, 8.1 billion hours of service in this country. This doesn't include the people who, maybe like Bonnie Mae, who take time just to go to somewhere, not on behalf of an organization, maybe to a neighbor, and volunteer their time. Volunteer to give something. The greatness of America, as our founding fathers recognized, resides in the decency of America. And I'll give you some scriptural support for that too. Just one page over, one chapter over from where our president quoted a verse. God was very concerned about the poor, and he told his people Israel in Deuteronomy 15, he said, give generously to him and do so without a grudging heart. Then because of this, the Lord your God will bless you in all your work and everything you put your hand to. There will always be poor people in the land. Therefore I command you to be open-handed toward your brothers and toward the poor and needy in your land. It says in Proverbs, righteousness exalts a nation, As long as we have millions of Americans, I believe, and many of these people who serve are Christians. I see it in my community every day. So many nonprofit organizations, they borrow an army of volunteers who give of their time to maybe feed the hungry, to build some housing for people who have no homes, who mentor the young people, who visit the elderly, who seek after their good and try to help them. And it's going across America day in, day out, millions of people. We saw it in Katrina when the storms hit. People from thousands of people from all across America just took up time to go there. The only reason? They wanted to help people in need. Volunteerism is strong in America, and that is the true strength of America. As long as that continues, I believe this country is the hand of God is still going to be on this country. There'll still be problems, but I think when that many people are living what I consider a righteous life, God is still with America. America still has greatness. You sons and daughters of Abraham, remember Abraham? Think of this thought. He prayed for his nephew. He prayed for Sodom and Gomorrah. He said, Father, if there's 10 righteous, will you destroy the nation or destroy the city? No, but for the sake of 10 righteous, I will not. When you go home tonight, take the time to ask God in heaven, His great mercy, to keep this protective hand on this country. Remind Him of the people that you know who give of their time and who in many ways are righteous, and ask that God, help me, Father, to be one of the righteous who care about what's going on, who loves a nation. I only care about its benefit, and give me the strength to be one of those who go out there and help and go out and serve, and let that be the strength of this nation, Father God. Help me to be one of them.